Okay.
Okay. Well, here we are at Tuesday. Are we at July 13th? Ole mole. The year's going by. We're already into fourth quarter or third quarter. Third quarter. Don't push it to the end. Sorry, third quarter. Okay. So some quick shout outs for our newest consultant. So everybody get ready to scream and shout and yell and jump up and down. Okay. Natalie Garcia, our new consultant. Timea Tone, new consultant. Bonnie Stewart, new consultant. Yay. Tracy, is that your girl? Bonnie? Is that your girl? Awesome. And enrollments for last meet. Margarita Garcia enrolled a person. That's been a while for her, so that's awesome that she's enrolled somebody last week. Crystal and Jeremy both enrolled one last week. So you got 2 enrollments last week. Scott Corso, 1 enrollment. Bonnie Stewart, 1. Braylon Hunt, 1. Vonda and Brad got 2. Whoop, whoop. Dr. Patty and Dr. Drew, 2 enrollments. Tracy Meridian, 2. Way to go. And Wendy and Ben Hyatt got 3. Yay. Good job, everyone. Way to go. So good stuff. Before we get started, how about a quick gratitude shout out, takeaway, aha, woohoo, la la, blah blah. Anything?
I always have many. I'll jump in.
Okay.
So first, I just want to thank you, JoJo, for the reminder. I know if anybody is in the Mission to Manager page, there was some good reminders from JoJo today that I needed to hear, because sometimes we just get into this rut and life gets busy. So just to treat this business like a business and, make some time. So I appreciate you and just that you're always, our steady rock, really. And then also, we've been having these wonderful Monday nights and they're turning into more and more and more. And I'm grateful for this team that's showing up. I know Sarah came last night not feeling well and she still rocked it. She was really not feeling well, but you never would have known it by seeing her. And I appreciate everybody, but it's turning into something great. So it's persistence. We were talking about persistence last night, but I'm grateful for just everybody showing up,
Consistency. And I love how you can see the progression of what's happened with the meeting of, only one person that was already enrolled showed up, and then the next week they brought somebody, and then more people came, and then more people came, and more people came. And as being consistent with it, it will grow. And I think that it's a huge testament to how people's minds work as far as skepticism, because when you see something over and over and over and over still continue to show up and be consistent, that makes you feel a more certain position about taking a look. So it's a big deal. So congratulations, you guys. I know you had some great enrollments and new contacts, and so awesome stuff. Sherry, did you have something?
I'm just having fun.
Okay, awesome. Fun is good.
I'm feeling a little worn out, but I'm having fun.
That's all right. It's good. Well, especially when it's 120 degrees outside with like 40% humidity in Vegas, it's gross. So,
JoJo, I noticed Jim is on this call. I just wanted to say hello as a group and let you know, Jim, we're all thinking about you and Gail.
yes, definitely. Thank you for saying that. Okay, anybody else got a gratitude, shout out, aha? No one's grateful for anything today?
I am very grateful. Crystal and the team all coming together, definitely. And doing the presentations, it's made a world of a difference. And I'm just so excited for even the returns, the people that have come and then come back again another week and then speaking up. It's so cool to watch. So hopefully we can keep it going through the month of August. and maybe into the fall, depending on whatever happens with our space. But yes, I'm extremely grateful for the whole team.
Awesome. Thank you. Tracy.
Yes, I just wanted to piggyback off of that, and I'm just so proud to be a part of this whole team. I know the last few weeks for myself has just been so crazy, and just having so much help and support and from everybody is just really nice to be a part of. So I'm just so grateful for everybody and just helping me start off my business and just making me feel so happy to be here. So just wanted to thank everyone for that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for saying so. Katya.
Just a quick aha I had about working in Facebook groups, and I think I mentioned it before, but if you are like getting discouraged because the groups that you were in and participating in aren't it, leave and find the ones that work, because I've worked ones and participated in some where I really ended up throwing my hands up and was like, I don't know, just can't connect with anyone. And I now just in the last week joined 2, and I'm having so much fun and making excellent connections. And it's just, so don't give up, just find the ones that you click with, and don't feel like you have to stick around in the ones where you're not getting anywhere. Not that we're out there to get people into isogenics, but if you honestly feel there's no common ground, there's no way to connect, that people aren't responding, reacting to whatever you say, just leave, bless and release, and the right ones are out there.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up. Eddie.
Just a quick question, actually.
Sure.
Or is anybody taking part in the Penny app tutorials that they're putting out the Zoom call they're putting out every week?
We actually, yes, and we actually did one as a team. So we did a team like tutorial training with them. So we did plug into that, and I don't know how many people are continuing to plug into what they're doing. And then I know they're putting the videos out, and yes, Penny is awesome. We all love Penny. It keeps us on track.
I learned so much from it last week. It's just, I thought I kind of knew most of it, but hell no.
Good. Yeah, so good reminder to go back and do that. You guys, if you want to use Penny, I would recommend it. And use that as your contact management system for sure.
Sherry, are those the videos within, when you go in and it's the videos they offer right within Penny? Is that what you're watching?
No. Every Thursday for the next month, I think last week's was number 2, there's number 3 this Thursday. They're doing an hour-long live coaching. And what they do is they have you bring up Penny on your laptop, but have your phone with you at the same time. What they were doing mainly last week was going through all the different aspects of the phone, right, rather than the computer. So I'm sure that they're going to do a bit of each, but It was awesome to be able to watch the tutorial and actually do on your phone what they were asking you to do. And I know this might sound simple to everybody, but it was just a better way of putting contacts into your phone, and how to schedule them, how to put them into groups, how to create lists. And it was just absolutely amazing.
Great.
I enjoyed it.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing. So it sounds like it's probably a longer version of what we did, perhaps. So I guess it'd be good to go back and revisit. I'm sure they'll have them recorded so we can rewatch.
In
Great.
Isogenics business.
Yeah, or in Penny, probably.
Yeah, I believe it in Penny.
Mhm.
Or they're going to be available in Penny.
So So a couple of things real quick before we start with some, because we really want everyone to understand the ins and outs of the comp plan and like just the basic simplicity of it. But before we go there, just want to reiterate that, you know, the 3 by 3 by 3, so 3 gratitudes, 3 reach outs, 3 follow-ups a day can keep your business moving forward. So when we talk about not, not forgetting to do that every single day to keep your business moving forward, how long does it take everybody to do their 3 by 3 by 3? Like if you really sit down and do it, how fast can you do it? 3 gratitudes, 3 reach outs, 3 follow-ups. How long does it take?
15
10
minutes, maybe.
10,
Okay.
15 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 15 minutes. What if you did it, broken up into 3 sections at 5 minutes each throughout the day? And so not saying don't go enjoy summer and don't vacation and just sit in front of your computer and do nothing but work. No, that is not what this is about. This is about building things in the pocket of your time, but just not forgetting to do that simple thing, because it's so simple to not do. It's so simple to not do it. It's so simple to do, but it's so simple not to do it. And I'm just as guilty as anybody else, right? Of going, okay, well, not today, but I'm committed into doing it every single day. So 3 by 3 by 3s at a minimum, 15 minutes a day to build a legacy for yourself isn't that much. So if we really say we want this, then that's a simple step that can move us forward, especially through summer, and all of that's going to move us ahead. So with the new greens coming out on Thursday, now I don't know if you guys remember, but we did a collagen countdown when the collagen came out, and we decided on how many boxes as a team we wanted to sell or share, or as we were enrolling new people and people were purchasing and our team was buying, we did a countdown. So I put it out there. Katya set the number. She said 200. So 200 canisters of greens. So that's what we're going to go. If anybody wants to join in on the countdown, then we just have a thread going. Now, what we do is every time you buy one, you sell one, whatever it is, you have a new customer who gets one, then we'll start at 200. You say, 3 sold, and you put the next number as 197. And then 5 sold, and then you drop it down to 191, 2, I don't know, I can't add, 2, thanks. So, and then we'll count down as we go. For every single canister that gets sold that you purchase or that one of your customers purchases, that just a customer, so not a builder. If it's a builder, then we're going to let them count their own. But if it's a customer, grab that receipt, throw it into the thread on either Rock Your Life or Balanced Life. And I'm going to do a raffle for a box of the brand new Adaptogen Elixir. Who wants that? Yeah. So, so just a fun way, a little fun competition to see if we can go 200, because how awesome. And so I just posted up, a little poll on my story, who's getting in their daily greens every day. That got me a lot of leads, because I just did, yes, I'm doing great. No, I'm horrible. I need more. And so it gives me a way to be able to reach out to people. So I would recommend starting to ask creatively, and maybe Pam will give us some beautiful creative posts, because she's always so awesome at creative posts to be able to get the word out there and start the conversations. So from Thursday to Sunday, we're going to do the countdown and the raffle. Deal? Questions? Questions?
I think we should challenge everyone to do that poll today before we get off our call.
Okay, good.
Put that picture on and do a poll.
Does everyone know how to do a poll on your story? Okay, anybody not know? Okay. Paul, we'll get you up to speed on how to do a post on your story. You'll need your phone. You'll need your phone in order to be able to do a poll on your Facebook story. You could also do it on your Instagram story too. So we'll do tutorial at the end of how to get that up. So celebration for those who are close to Crystal. Remember, she's doing her live celebration event in Portsmouth on the 30th and 31st.
And we really need to push for that. Everybody who's coming, you need to spend 15 minutes a day inviting people who you think would be appropriate to come and getting them to sign up so that we have a real number.
So Friday night's a great night if you want to invite customers to have a customer appreciation night a little bit. So you can look at doing, you know, the new products will be released. They'll get a little taste of the company. They'll get a little taste of each of the you know, our top leadership in the company. It just is a fun way. You know, obviously DJ Schematics, I'm sure, will be there helping us have a little dance party, and so fun stuff, right? And you can totally lay it out and make it great for customers who you want to say thank you to and bring them in and invite them. So yes. Anyway, how many people have you gotten, Crystal? And how many do you want?
Only 6 people have RSVP'd right now, so we need to bust a move. But I know more people are coming. We just have to get the signups.
Okay. And I know Lisa Larson said she was coming.
Wendy's coming.
Wendy's coming. Good.
I'm hoping that
Paul, putting you on the spot.
yeah, come to Portsmouth.
There's in the chat that way. And I think I've got, it's actually James is in my, he's one of my personally enrolled. He's up that way too, near Portsmouth. I got to find out where he is. I can't read where he is in Maine is on the tip of my tongue. And I think it's pretty close. So
Awesome.
Perfect. So you have homework.
Marlene
So Paul, you have homework. Okay. All right. Now, as we're talking, is there anything else? Oh, the challenge starting Monday. We're going to do the 12-day metabolic reset starting on the 19th. So this week, as you're reaching out to people, we want to be getting their product ordered, getting them ready to go for start on Monday. We'll be running through a standard 9-day system, doing 2 cleanse days each week. For people who can do 2 cleanse days, we'll give options to, you know, modify it if needed, but that's what we'll be doing. There is a post in the pages that shows the options for the packs and the products that will be needed. But so yeah, let's be pushing hard for that, so we'll be able to roll out of this 11-day or this 12-day and have everybody set up to do like a real 30-day push like we've done previously. So yay. All right, are you guys ready? Interactive. Okay, so when you first enroll, everybody is a what first?
Preferred customer.
Preferred customer. So everybody starts as a customer first, right?
I think we should try to take everybody off mute and see if we can hear.
They can all unmute themselves.
Yeah, unmute yourselves. Then you can just yell your answers.
Yell your answer. So when you convert from preferred customer, what is the next thing that you convert to?
Associate.
Okay. And what is the fee for that?
$29.
$29.
$29 with a $25 coupon.
Oh,
When
okay.
you enroll too.
When you enroll too, right. So what does that cover, your $29?
Website.
Your ability to be a millionaire.
3 websites. Good one.
Ooh.
Ability to
Build a
get paid.
business.
Where's my pen?
So your website, your back office, your accounting, your tools, your reports,
Customer service.
customer service. So when you think of all of the things that come for that $29, lots of companies actually
don't put that
charge
out.
that fee every single month. We do that one time a year. It's an amazing value, right? Okay, so what's the first rank level after associate?
Consultant.
What if you do it within the first 7 days from when you become an associate?
Crystal.
Crystal.
Did you know that it changed from 30 days to 7 days?
When did that happen?
It's happening on the 15th, or it's at the end of this week. It's really soon. Just know it's coming. So start thinking 7 days because it's coming.
So anybody who has been enrolling one person and thinking about enrolling a second, but waiting because they know they have 30 days, we got to get a hold of them tonight.
So is that from actually becoming an associate? So for example, if I have a preferred customer that signs up a person and then we wait to make them an associate till they sign up the second person, does that still consider 7 days from associate, or is that
It's 7 days from the day they push the button that says an
associate?
associate. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, thank you.
Yes. And I will look up the actual date, but I feel like it's really soon. Wendy's not on because she knows it. I'll shoot her a message and see if she knows the actual date, so I don't have to search for it. Okay, what's the next question? Where are we at? So if you do it within 7 days, that's Crystal Consultant. So if you do it within the first whenever, so if you just become consultant for your very first time whenever, is there a bonus for that?
$50.
No.
Can you say the question again, please?
If you just become a consultant, so you convert to associate and just randomly whenever a year from now, I become consultant, is there a bonus for that?
$50.
What do you
When
guys
you
think?
sign up
I see
too.
no's, I
When
see
you enroll too.
yeses, I hear $50.
When you enroll too, you get $50.
No matter when it is. I'm just trying to trick you guys. Yes, it's whenever it is. Whenever. As long as you become consultant, you get $50. The point of doing it within the first 7 days from when you become associate is what?
Doubles.
Extra 50.
You get an extra 50. So it's worth 100 and you get the title of Crystal Consultant. All right, Crystal, you take it on.
7 days or 30 days to be Crystal Consultant?
It's
7
changing
now.
to 7, so just start doing 7 now.
What? All the crystals are changing?
You guys, here's a trick, okay? When your person has one person to enroll, have them do it as a preferred customer. They won't get cash PIB, they'll get a product coupon. So they'll get a PIC, a product introductory coupon. Don't have them click the associate button until they have their second person. Then there's not ever a problem with them hitting their 7 days. Does that make sense?
Oh.
So I have a
Well,
question about that. I don't know if
Yeah.
you'll know the answer. If somebody, say I enroll Maggie and she has enough stuff to enroll her husband as well, and she's like, I'm not going to share with somebody else, and this happens on Tuesday, and then on Thursday she's like, my sister wants to do it with me. If she enrolls her sister on Thursday, which is the same calendar week, will she get double PIBs if she did the first one not being an associate?
I believe
No,
it has to be in this, it's either the same day or the same paying period. And so we'll have to find out the actual answer to that, because there is a period of time, yes, when it would convert to a PIR. And so
We should find that out if it's the end of the
find
week
that
or
out.
the end of the day. Yeah.
yeah, I believe it's the pay period, but let's check.
Okay, cool.
So
I thought
Question. Oh, go ahead, Sarah. Sorry.
I thought I saw that the PIBs were changing too on some of the things. Is that?
they are taking away the 10% on every order. So like before, if you just did like a random new order for $50, you would have gotten 10% of that. That is no longer. So the PIBs are going to start either at the packs or at 165 for a my pack, at 165 BV for a my pack.
So
there-
Jojo, I called customer service about that and there was some confusion. The person that I talked with, she said that might have been a mistake, but she couldn't tell for sure. So we should check on that because she said that she was reading in her notes or whatever, and there was a couple more people that questioned that, and she was thinking that maybe that was not the case. Like for example, a Forever Pack, we get $10 because it's 102 BV. So that would mean we wouldn't get a PIB at all.
Correct.
But I think that might have been a mistake. So we'll have to double check because I called VIP and I'm like, what? So
yeah, I also noticed that they took away the beauty bundle from that because we were getting a product introductory or a bonus for the beauty bundle, and only the Afterglow bundle was there. So, okay, well, there's two things we got to find out. So,
yeah.
And so what about the collagen Afterglow? Is that still 25 and it could change to 50?
Yes.
Okay.
And you guys, like the My Pack, 165 BV. So that would be a 3-2-1. You'd still get a $25 PIB that could double.
Right.
Or 2 shakes a day, collagen, and then that one extra free item, right? To bump somebody into that 10% off zone. That would be a $25 PIB that would double. So yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so 2 things we got to find out. See, that's why we do these things. So we make sure everybody knows what's going on. Okay, so we are now after Crystal Consultant. What are we going to do after Crystal Consultant? Crystal Small.
Mission 2.
Manager.
How many consultants do you need underneath you, personally enrolled consultants, to hit manager?
4.
Oh,
What?
2
Two
consultants.
2 consultants. Easy peasy. And do they have to be one on your right and one on your left?
Yes.
No.
Oh, the personally enrolled has to be 100 BVs on each side.
For you to be consultant. But for you
To
to
get
hit
paid.
manager, you can have 2 personally enrolled consultants on your left or 2 on your right. You'll still hit manager.
Okay,
As long as there's someone on the other side that's ordering 100 BV.
correct.
Okay.
This
So
is
both
good.
of
We're
your
getting some-
consultants can be on the same side. Awesome. What's that worth?
I'm sorry, what?
How much is the bonus?
If you hit Crystal
250.
Manager, if you hit Crystal Manager, yeah. And what's the time frame?
60 days.
60 days. And how much money do you get?
250.
250.
50. What do you get for your personally enrolled becoming a consultant?
$100.
100,
Up to how many consultants?
20.
20.
20.
20.
So you can get $100 for up to 20 consultants that you create.
So is that time frame changing or staying the same?
As far as I know, that's still the same. So that would be how many days?
60.
days?
All right, so questions, we're at manager. Questions.
How
No?
much do you need to, in order to stay active in your business, how much BV do you need?
100.
100.
And your consultant also needs 100 BV for them to stay active.
Every 29 days, not 30.
Nope, they need it every 30. It's actually, there's a grace period. So if we want to get technical, it's every 35 days because you have a 5-day grace period. But what is the benefit for them ordering on day 29 rather than day 30?
They get paid for their own PV.
Yeah. So if you have somebody who orders on day 30, or if you yourself order on day 30, the first 100 points that you order goes to the company. So if you guys think about you need 300 BV to cycle on one side, right? So if you're ordering a forever pack and you're getting 110 BV every month, that's 3 months and you're going to cycle, right? If it's just you on that side, well, obviously it can't just be you to cycle, but you understand what I mean. If you order on day 30 and the first 100 points goes away, you're only getting 10 BV, 10 BV, 10 BV instead of 110, 110, 110. So that's a big difference.
Is there anybody that doesn't understand what that means?
Why do they do that?
Well, it's not they do it, it's just that that's how it falls inside of the time frame, because you still get all of your BV. And anytime you order more than 100 during the month, it actually will adjust your activity date.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just part of how it is. So ordering it early moves your activity date, but also keeps you active for that 29-day period. So every month your auto ship's backing up a day. Remember that. So I have some people go, I set it up to be on the 20th and now it's on the 5th. That makes no sense. Well, because they were doing 29 days and every month it backs up a day.
Right.
Right.
So I set people up on day 29 just from the cart that I send, or if I enroll them on my computer, so that I don't have to explain that to them and have them go in and change it.
Yeah.
All right. So manager, yay. How about director? Oh, I just gave it in. I was going to say, what's after manager? It's director. How many?
So let's stay at manager for a second. So we consider manager to be our core rank. You guys know what that means when we say core rank.
It's the first rank that you come into that allows you to take part in the rank bonuses.
That's a good reason. There's another reason why we call it core.
It has to do with intentional business building.
Absolutely. So that's the foundational piece where people really start to see their products getting paid for, and they're doing something other than just sharing with a spouse and like a close friend. They're doing something other than that because they're helping other people advance. So not only are they working inside their own space, they're working down a little bit lower and creating duplication. It's the first level of duplication, foundation, intentional building. And so that's why we consider it core rank. And so what we want to do is either always be working ourselves towards regaining manager again, even if we've already passed it, we're director, we're other ranks, redoing manager over and over, or helping someone else get to manager continues. That's how we gauge the health of our organization, by how many managers are being created each month. That's why we call it core. All right.
All right, so director, how many consultants do you need to hit rank of director?
6.
And do they need to be on the right and the left equally?
No.
No, they don't. So you can have all 6 on your left or all 6 on your right. And how about crystal director? What's the time frame and the bonus to hit that?
90 days.
90.
Nope, you get more time.
120.
120. 120.
120 days. Yep. And how about the bonus?
750.
750.
750. Yep. Awesome. Pools. We skipped over manager pool. We have pools, manager pool and director pool. Do you know how long you can play in that pool?
60 days?
3 months.
One time.
One time, unless there's a reset, but one time. So when you hit manager, that's when your clock starts. And the pools are based off of our leader in action. So every point you get in leader in action gives you a share in the pool. Does anybody happen to know how much money is in the manager pool? That's a high level question. 75,000, I believe. Is that, if that's right, Jojo? I think it's 75,000 because I looked the other day because I have some managers that are earning money in there.
Possibly, I thought it was 75, 150, and then it goes to 250.
I think so. Well, yeah. And then do you need to have in your leader in action a certain amount of points total to qualify for the pool, or do you need to have a certain amount in each category? Does anybody know?
20 points.
You
90
have to have
points?
at least one in each category.
One in each category for your leader in action.
How
Yep.
many people have their leader in action formula?
I do.
Who has their sheet?
Stairs.
Somewhere.
I do, over there on another table.
Okay.
But you don't have to have a minimum amount total. So for manager and director, you just have to have one in every category. So you could have one enrollment for the month. You could have one person that you've personally enrolled with enroll for the month. You could have one person hit consultant for the month. And then you just have to stay manager for at least 1 week that month. So you can have zeros all over there as long as you have, you know, one in each category.
Hey,
All right.
Crystal.
What if one of my people, so let's say I have 6 consultants, and so all of my 6 people that I personally enrolled all have 2 people. What if one of those people doesn't have their 100 BB?
And you drop out.
That means I'm no longer a director, or I'm no longer manager, or I'm no longer consultant. How about this? I want to roll it back to consultant for a second. So what if I have, let's say I have 5 people enrolled on one side and all of them have 20 BV, and I have 10 people enrolled on the other side and they all have 10 BV. Does that qualify me as a consultant, or does that take me out of consultant status because they all don't have 100?
No, but it's an accumulative. You can have an accumulative figure on either side. You could have
Aha.
20, 40, whatever on one side, and you could have 10, 10, 10s on the other. As long as both sides add up to 100, then you're still qualified.
Good job.
Of your personally enrolled.
Yes,
Yes.
of your
Right.
personally enrolled. So if you go, oh no, Susie didn't order 100, but that's okay. She ordered 80, and the next guy, Ralph enrolled or has 50. So together they make 100. So that makes me qualified on that side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Cool. So sometimes you've got to look at your personally enrolled details and see how much each person is actually ordered. So if you ever fall out of consultant, where you need to pick it up, right? So sometimes it could be like 5 BV or 1 BV. I've seen that happen, right? So,
Now, does that include somebody who wants to become a new consultant? If they had 5 in each and all of them added up to 100 on each side, would that
yes,
qualify them as a consultant?
absolutely.
And you can, for the pools, if you fall out of manager and then you get back in, that's okay. You can do that. Obviously you don't want to because you won't get as many points, but you can fall in and out of manager and director during those 3 months and still benefit from the pools.
Mm-hmm.
If you hit, say you're in month 2 and you're in the manager pools, and in month 2 you hit director, and then you go back to manager, can you play in the manager pool again? Do you know? No.
I don't think so.
Once you go up, you stay there.
Yeah.
So if you go back to manager, you're not going to be able to get manager pool. Once you're a director, you're now in the director pool.
It's a step forward, but no step backs.
Right.
Crystal, Did you say you had 60 days to play in the manager pool or 90?
90, no,
After-
90.
It's
You
3
have
months.
3 months,
Okay, thank you.
90 days. Yep. Yep.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
So if you have someone that's not building a lot right now, but she's got points, like 9,000 points on one side, and the other side, it says that she's holding personal volume. How does that personal volume cash in?
Great question. Do you know what she means by that? Has anybody ever seen that? Where you have an accumulation of points on one side and then there's personal holding volume. The personal holding volume is your personal volume that you've ordered. That's gone into that little piece. And anything that's gone through that side also goes into that piece. So even if like it's 10 BV, so let's say you weren't qualified as an associate. When you become an active consultant, that personal holding volume will dump into the lower side of your BV of your bank. Does that make sense? So if all your points are banked on your right side, all the personal enrolled volume, I'm sorry, your personal holding volume will dump into that other side.
So it'll go on the weak side when she gets
Always.
to consultant, which means she has to have on left and right personally enrolled 100 BVs or more.
Yeah, and she would have to, or it would never dump in anyway. She would have to be an active consultant, or it would never dump in that personally enroll, or that personal holding volume would never dump into the side. It would just
So
stay personal holding.
It says she's active until August 11th, paid as rank associate, recognized rank consultant.
She's not a consultant. You have to be paid as consultant.
So if I click on her, it's
That
because
means,
she's got
Christina-
117 on the left side personally enrolled, and she's got 23 personally
That's
enrolled on
why,
the right
because
side.
she's
So
not
she-
active on one side. She
Got it.
doesn't have an
Okay.
active 100 BV on one side.
Thank you.
So that's a great thing too. If you look in your back office, and actually Scott asked me this question today. So if it says recognition rank, that is the highest rank you've ever hit. So if you hit executive and then you went back to consultant, which I'm sure has happened, your recognition rank will always say executive, but your paid as rank is what you currently are right now. And the paid as rank will stay whatever it is until, so Scott has, he asked me his paid as rank is consultant, but currently right now he has 2 consultants. So he should be manager, or somebody under him should be manager, but you need to be paid as for the week before it's recognized that way on the computer. So does that make sense? So if you become a manager today on Tuesday, it is still going to say paid as consultant until next week. Right, Jojo? It's next Monday. It'll say paid as manager.
Yeah. And so the how to figure that out is you look at the big side. So let's say there's, 20,000 in volume banked on the one side. Divide that by 600, because that's always going to be how, that's going to be your bigger side. That's where your 600 in volume is going to come from. Let's say there's 3,000 in holding volume. You would divide that by 300. So how much would that be? 10 cycles, right? If you had 3,000, that would be 10 cycles. You know that with 20,000, you have enough there for 10 cycles. That would be worth 10 cycles. So as soon as they become active, they would immediately cycle 10 times.
I've had that happening a few times where I went through my back office and looked at my team, and I reached out to those people and they had no idea.
Mm-hmm.
They had no idea that they were sitting on the highest I think I had was Morgan with like $1,400 or something that she was sitting on.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, did she find 2 people to enroll to go consultant again? Because to get paid out on this, absolutely.
Can I add to that?
Sure.
My dear father enrolled August 2014. He's been active since that time. And we just barely helped him become a consultant and Isogenics sent him $2,800.
Yay, that's nice. Love it.
Very
It
cool.
So cool, just for being a good customer, right?
Being a good customer. Being a good
Awesome.
customer. I mean, when you
Awesome.
see that BV bank, it's the what it puts. I should look it up, but it was over 40 cycles. It was 60 cycles. So technically, I have a 3-star Silver Circle father.
Yay, father. All right. Okay, so next, we ready for the next rank? Okay, go for it.
What's the highest rank in our company?
Executive.
Executive. And how many friends do you need to know who eat? Who know 2 people who eat?
5 on
Together.
each side.
5 on each side, at least 5 on each side, right?
5 on each side. Yeah. So this is the only rank that it matters that you have 5 on your left and 5 on your right. And so this is why it's really, really important. So if you happen to be enrolled under someone who's enrolling a lot of people, if you happen to have, 50,000 BV on your right side, you still need to enroll people on your right side if you want to rank advance in this company and hit the highest rank, because you still need to create consultants on both legs. And that's a beautiful thing, because then you're always supporting both sides. So, I'm sitting on a whole lot of volume right now on my left, a whole lot, but I'm still enrolling people there because I still need to, first of all, I want to support the people on my left side, but I also need to continue to create consultants on that side as well.
And it will create a solid foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So as executive, do you know what you get from each of your personally enrolled people?
A match.
Explain.
I think it's a 10% match of their volume of your
Close.
But just on cycles, right? It's a 10% match on cycles.
On cycles.
So money, right?
Yeah, I get money. Yes.
How about
So-
Crystal consultant? Crystal executive. We skipped over that. How long does
sorry,
it
we
take to
did.
get there?
120.
More?
Is that 180?
180.
180.
180. And what's the bonus for Crystal executive? Do you guys know?
500.
Thousand.
I thought it was
1,000.
1,000.
But you split it. It's split.
You have to.
750
Wendy,
for
explain
Crystal
that.
director, 1,000 for executive, right?
Yep.
Is that right?
Is it,
Yep.
is it like hitting? Is it like hitting like 1-star, 2-star, where you? It's not that you hit Crystal executive and then hit it again. How is it split?
One time.
Okay, it's just one time. Okay, that's what I
Yep.
thought.
Yep, just one time. And then there's resets. So oftentimes they'll do resets so you can hit your bonuses again. But the first time if you hit that in 180 days, you'll get $1,000 bonus.
Right now, there's a promotion that if you are an active executive for the entire month, do you know what you get?
Is it different than the executive lifestyle bonus?
Nope. That is the executive lifestyle bonus.
So 750, and then 1,000 if you do it a third month in a row.
Awesome. Nice little bonus.
So
just
if you
for being
stay
exec-
executive for the year, it's a $10,000 bonus.
But you also have to enroll two
And enroll
people
two people.
with at least 100 BV per,
Right.
each month.
Right. So you have to continue to enroll, which is nice. So it continues you building too.
And another perk is when somebody goes on to isogenics.com and they just enroll without knowing anybody as a sponsor, those get passed out to the executives. So you will get a random enrollments from people who have signed up through the website when you're executive.
Sometimes they're like partial orders and sometimes they're like qualifying orders. Sometimes they're packs. So you get not just their BV, but also their the PIVs with it. And I don't know if this is part of it because I didn't see it anywhere else, but you also get leads.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is part of it.
Yeah. So that's
Wendy
really awesome.
just met somebody great through the leads program. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. What a perk, right?
Yeah.
So
And
cool.
he's going consultant.
Yay. So
May I share a quick little story?
yeah.
One of the people that I have, she's pretty new. She started mid-March, and she was like, I just feel like I'm not making any money and this, that, and the other. So I am all about, data kind of tells the story. So when I looked to see how much she had been paid and how much she had spent since she enrolled, she's made $712, plus she got $100 today because she created a consultant. And she's purchased 929 in 4 months. So basically she only spent $100 on her product. So I explained to her, when you look at like a physical location or even e-commerce and you think that there's no growth or no movement and you do the math, I mean, she's only spent $100 for almost $1,000 worth of products.
It's awesome.
And so I think just kind of having that little piece of knowledge really helps people in the beginning realize that, yes, this takes a little time, but there's lots of potential there.
Mm-hmm.
Way to shift perspective. Love it. Okay. So 1 stars and 2 stars and 3 stars, there's bonuses. Did you know that when you cycle for the very first time, 5 cycles in a row or 5 cycles in a week, as long as you were a consultant the week before, you get a $250 bonus twice for the first 2 times you hit 5 cycles. Cool. So extra little bonuses for cycling. Then there's also bonuses at 1 star when you cycle 10 times when you're a manager. There's all these different star rankings that happen. And when you are direct manager, director, or executive at each one of these levels, there's also additional bonuses that happen. So there's all of these things that continue to happen as you move up through the ranks. Do you know what you're called when you have a reentry? Does anybody know what a reentry is, first of all?
Mm-mm.
It's when you hit 250 cycles a week. You max out your center and then you're allowed to re-enter, but you have to be executive.
Okay. So a re-entry is exactly what she just said. So imagine your two centers, so your left leg and your right leg, and you've reached 250 cycles. That is a max out. So you can cash in on 250 cycles out of that one business center, which would be $13,500 a week without executive bonuses. That's just cycle money, right? When you have a reentry, so that allows you to create a reentry, and what they do is enroll your reentry above you. So what happens is this becomes your new spot, and these 2 legs become one of your legs, and then you just build 1 leg. So all of your 600s come from this side. So every single time you hit 300 in your reentry, you create another cycle. So you still get the 250 from this center, and now you're getting 300. Every time you hit 300, you're getting another cycle from that reentry. Cool. So what's awesome about that is that also feeds the company, because above that reentry, there is no one above that reentry except for the company. So the company wants us to be able to get to that level because it actually feeds the company and makes us more stable. So don't ever think that the company doesn't want us to be there. It's actually where they want us to be. And we go from, at that level, 6% to 18%. So that's a raise, right? A big, huge, fat raise. And it's easier to do that because you're only building 1 leg. Cool?
So cool.
The coolest thing ever. And you can do that over and over and over and over and over and over.
And you can do that with your account and your spouse's account. I've been talking to so many people in other companies who they won't even let them enroll their spouse or their
Mhm.
children. It's crazy. So you can max out your center, you can max out your husband's or your wife's center, you can max out your kids' center. It's crazy.
Double dipping. We love it. Triple dipping. Yeah.
How about the ability to legacy that income to somebody like a
Yes,
grand?
absolutely.
I mean, I'm serious.
Yep. We have actually had people who passed passed away and left their business center to their spouse, their kids there. So we know that it can be done. We are actually, in fact, that's so funny that you brought that up, because I just was chatting with compliance again today to get some information on the nitty gritty of how to make that work, because we want everybody to have their accounts set up perfectly so they'll be able to do that, just in case. We don't know what happens, but we want to make sure everything is set up properly so it can be passed along. I know there was something else. Anybody learning anything? Do you guys feel like you have a little more grasp of what it looks like?
Yes. Where I get confused is like where you're placing people, because, as it continues to grow and they bring people in, I know points only flow up, they don't flow down. And yes, it would be nice that people get in sooner than later, but if they don't, they'll still benefit as somebody keeps enrolling people, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that's what's lovely about the compensation plan with building two legs. The only place to go is really underneath the last person. So everybody that gets enrolled, which is why we reach down to the bottom and lift, because that supports everybody. We reach down to the bottom and lift because that supports everybody. Every time somebody new comes in, right, we reach down to the bottom and lift. That supports the whole team. So, even though we have little individual businesses and we're all separate, we are really all connected. We are all connected. That's what is so lovely about this, is that, that team shared income. I don't want to say shared because it's not really shared, but it is shared because we all get the BV. We all get the money. Like it's just how it works. And so that's great. When we're enrolling, my biggest suggestion will be stay to your outside right and your outside left, and don't start putting people on the inside of other people as much as possible.
Mm-hmm. And
But
don't
if
give
they
away
need one on the
enrollment.
left and the right, then somebody will end up on the inside, right? When you're,
Well, somebody's going to end up on the inside because they're enrolling them on the inside, not because I am. Everyone's inside leg is your responsibility, right? So we have an outside leg or a community leg, a community team where we're all enrolling. So let's say for example, right? Harry enrolls me, right? And then I enroll Crystal, and Crystal enrolls Leah, and we're all on that same leg. We're on that community leg, but each one of us have an inside leg. That's our responsibility. So that outside leg, that community leg, we're all building together. That inside leg is my responsibility. So it's my responsibility to put somebody there. Not that they don't get supported by the team, they do get supported, but Harry's not going to go into my inside leg and enroll somebody there. That's my responsibility.
meaning grow that minor leg as if you were starting your own business.
Your minor leg is your responsibility.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
So I don't expect my upline, my team, to go into my inside leg and enroll people there. I consider that my responsibility. That outside leg, we all build together. Eventually they all get built because people come in and start enrolling people, and then there's not really an inside outside anymore. Like, I don't even know which is my inside and outside anymore. I have to go look. That's so funny because I'm not even sure, because there's so many people that I don't even know because it's just building. But we want to be sure to continue to build your personally enrolled people to the outside legs. So your outside left, your outside right.
I love to say it's your responsibility to build both legs, because not everybody has you know,
True.
an upline that's helping them.
And-
I
and
know that's me.
Just to be clear, so you guys know, like I'm on the inside of an inside of an inside of an inside of like some crazy inside leg. Like
No
could I
way.
be put on the other side and I'd be over there with like Hillary and the 47,000 other millionaires? Yeah, I could be over there, but I'm not. I'm over on this side where it was just me. And
No way.
so
Me too. I'm on an inside of an inside of an inside.
so like, you know, don't ever think, you know, you're on the inside. And it was it a little bit harder work? Sure, because it wasn't this huge, you know, influx of people going into my downline. I did it all myself, but I'm the 169th millionaire, so something worked out right, right? Hey, how many millionaires do we have in this company? Do you guys know?
349.
347.
I was gonna say 345.
As of
So
today, whoop, 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 whoop.
Who?
350, the Davidsons hit.
350. Woo!
Yeah, hit millionaire today. So, awesome. So do you guys know what that means when somebody said is a millionaire or they're in the legacy millionaire club? Do you know what that means?
Accumulative. In the time they've been in Isogenics, they've made $1 million.
Exactly.
Okay.
How about what does platinum mean? I know Dave says that a lot. We're gonna hit platinum. What does platinum mean?
Mm.
Isn't platinum when you go into your forgot the word. You got your own and you go up and you come down.
Your reentry.
Re-entry. Yeah,
Re-entry.
we covered it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome, Harry. Awesome.
Yep.
So
I'm
you're
gonna be
back.
444th millionaire.
Good
Yeah,
number.
Awesome. So, all right, give us some takeaways. What did you learn that you didn't know prior to this?
Well, it's very good to know that that person consultant is being changed to 7 days. That's a huge change.
Yep. And
So-
so Wendy confirmed that she believes it's the 15th, that it's changing. And so remember that when somebody is working towards Crystal Consultant, I let them enroll their first person as a preferred customer. They might get a product introductory coupon for their first person instead of a cash reward. Then I have them upgrade to associate when they're ready to enroll their second person. That's when their time clock starts. So their time clock starts for Crystal Consultant for 7 days. And how long do you have till you hit manager?
60.
And how long till you hit director?
120.
20,
And how long till you hit the executive?
180.
180.
Cool.
So they get credit for that first person they enrolled once they hit the associate button?
Yes. Because they're still there, they're still an active customer.
So
They'll get the bonus, the crystal bonus.
Yes.
If they,
Yep, because you can become can you become a consultant if the two people that you've enrolled are not associates, they're just customers? Are you still a consultant?
yes.
yes.
So technically, they
it's
need
the
to
BV
have
that
3
counts, right?
customers
No,
in that 7 days.
no.
But okay, let's say the preferred customer enrolls a customer on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
Has the second person who says, okay, I want to do this on Thursday, upgrades to associate. You're saying that first customer from Tuesday counts towards his Crystal Consultant,
Absolutely.
even though the conversion happened after they enrolled? Oh,
Because all you have to have is 2 active people.
Oh, because now
oh yeah, but I thought that the active person has to come in after, or the people have to come in after they upgrade to associate.
is
No,
that part of the new change? Because it's
No.
like that now.
it's like that now.
Now, just remember, they're going to get a coupon instead of cash if they don't.
For their
hit the
first
associate
PIV.
button.
And what's the value?
So to be on the safe side is to, at the beginning of a week, whoever enroll them as a customer, a preferred customer. Then, you know, if you're not 100% sure somebody's going to come in later in the week, but when they do, then
Click the button.
you press the button. to become an associate.
Pam, you'll get your PIB, but you won't get double PIBs unless you click the button, I believe. We have to double check
Yeah,
on.
and we're gonna
that.
check on that about the upgrade. If you upgrade, does it have to be the same day or the same week?
But what's the value of the coupon for the
It
customer?
would be the same. It would be the same as whatever the PIB is. So if it's 25, it would be a $25 coupon.
So if they,
Customers can't earn money, but they can give them product coupons. So they give them a product coupon that's worth the same value of whatever the cash would be.
It's a good deal.
Does that make sense?
yeah, I'm just thinking, so if the 7 days runs out and then they click it, you know, on the 8th day, what happens?
Nothing, because they haven't converted to associate yet. And their other person is still active with 100 BV. The 7 days counts only after they click the associate button. That's when the countdown starts.
Okay.
So Jojo, I was going to add this if it helps anyone. I like to differentiate between the bonuses and actual becoming a consultant, because to me, that's two different things. The bonus is awesome, but I just focus on what do I need to become a consultant. And remember, just like you said, I don't want to repeat you, but a customer can enroll a customer. And then when they're ready for the second one. So maybe the bonuses versus becoming consultant kind of confuses some people. And that's what I would, does that make sense? Recommend of separating the two.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
So you could enroll someone under a customer without them really even knowing it almost. Because they don't have to do anything.
But they would be their personal enrollee.
But you could send their customer a cart with their, you know, user ID or whatever, and
Sure.
the whole transaction could happen.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, so a customer, I don't believe a customer can make a recommended cart, but you can make a recommended cart for them.
Mm-hmm.
A customer can't.
So you can make a recommended cart for them, send them the link, and they can share that link and you just make them the personal enroller in the little description when you're filling out the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's why I've been kind of talking about more like an affiliate link.
Yeah.
Because people are more familiar and more comfortable with that model. Seems.
Sure.
So I enrolled the customer. She was ready to share, and I created the link, and literally I got the phone number of the person who was interested, and I sent the link, and it caused my personally enrolled customer to be the personally enrolled sponsor of that person. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can do that.
Yeah, perfect. All right, questions, you guys? Takeaways, ahas? 10 people who know 2 people who eat and have skin makes you an executive. Do you know anybody?
So you make it sound so straightforward. Who wouldn't buy that? You know, like, I love it. Who wouldn't buy that?
You don't even have to have skin, actually.
Right? Or you don't even have to eat. You just have to have skin.
Yeah. Now I have a question. If I'm working with someone who I've met through someone else, is the right thing to do to make that person the personally enrolled of the person we both know? Like, it's like it hasn't been a conscious introduction, right? Like, it's just that we all know each other.
I always give the option. So I say, you know, hey, Paul, Wendy's going to enroll. I know that, you know, you're the reason that we met. I know that you're on the products. Are you interested in looking at potentially making some residual income here? Because if you are, then I would like you to enroll Wendy. If you don't feel like that's a direction that you want to go, then that's totally fine. You can remain a customer. I'll enroll Wendy. She'll still go in your downline, but I'll be her personal sponsor. And so,
okay, all right. And then I would just enroll her on the same leg as that person.
Yes,
but
so
not
they still benefit each other.
her.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if we're
Jojo,
talking,
go ahead. Sorry, Pam.
I was just saying, if we're talking the coupon, it sounds like people would, be more open to that, just not doing the business per se, but they'd be like, yeah, I'll take a coupon, but then you don't get the enrollment, right? They do.
Mhm. They get it.
So it really has to be like, do you see yourself doing this, like sharing with someone
Right.
deliberately?
And I would be totally fine if somebody wanted, if I said, hey, if you want me to personally enroll them, I'm going to get like $10 from that or $25 from that. I'd be glad to split that with you. I'd be glad to give that to you, and I'll take, like, there's ways that you could do that. I'm going to get a coupon. I'd be glad to give that coupon to you so you can use it for products. So you still get the personal enrollment. You could give the PIB up. If there's, maybe you're going to get double PIBs that week, and giving them $25 is totally cool. Like, there's lots of different ways that you could make it feel right, and not feel weird about it. Crystal, what were you going to say?
I was going to say, if you have somebody, if they enroll, say their spouse, they don't click the button to become an associate, they don't get a choice on what leg that person goes on. So that's good to know. So that person is always going to go on the community leg.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just one more thing to think about. I personally, if I have a choice, I put the spouse on the inside leg and I put the friend on the community leg. So that decision, you will be taken away, because everybody will go on the community leg if they're not an associate yet. So just keep that in mind as well.
And
if they're like, I do not want to share this, but they are open to putting their, starting an account for their spouse, then it'll just go on the community leg.
Mm-hmm. There is a rule that you guys need to be aware of, that a spouse needs to enroll a spouse.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So if the spouse wants an account, but they want you to be the enroller, you cannot do that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to let the spouse enroll them. It's part of our policies and procedures. So just remember that as a side note, because sometimes husband and wife will come in and they'll go, no, you just enroll us both, and you can't do that.
So can you do that now under the preferred customer thing?
No.
So no, they actually have to click the button.
No, they don't have to click the button, but they can enroll them as a preferred customer, but the one has to enroll the other.
Okay.
Now, is this legally married people, or?
Yes.
You get what I mean? Okay.
Yeah, it's legally married.
Okay, legal. Okay.
It's
cool.
not like what do you call community property? Yeah, no, it's not like any of that. No, it's legally married. Roommates, like that, none of that counts. It's just legally married.
Jim, I see you have a question.
What do you got to do to change that around, JoJo?
What do you mean?
Well, unbeknown to me, I've got a situation where the sponsor of one sponsored the husband of the other and put the wife on her left side and the husband on her right side. So she split the couple up. And
corporate's going to need to handle it. So you just need to call them and let them know. It's not an uncommon oops. So call customer service and let them know that, that was done in error, and they'll figure out how to make it right. So you move one to the other, they'll work it out. I've had it happen multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Cool. All right. Well, I thought this was going to be like really quick, and we went way long, but I hope everybody got a lot out of it. So you're feeling more comfortable? Yes, good.
I think it was really good to see again how much money is on the table in the beginning, the upfront money for someone. So anyone who says I can't afford it, that's just not true. I mean, they just don't see it. I mean, that's when we really need the time and sit down and show them. And it's like, okay, after then 10 minutes, when you go through this, like, okay, tell me again how you cannot afford this. Because if you still say you can't afford it, then we need to spend another 10 minutes and go over this again. You didn't get it.
And what I've been doing with that too is asking, is painting the scenario, of the two friends. Which two friends would they be? You know, do you think we could get on a call? You know, should we give them a call now and see if they're around? Because I'm determined to help you. And, you know, that shuts them up. At least they know I'm genuine about wanting to find a solution. And I'm going to say, Katia says so. There's no such thing as I can't afford it. Katia says so. I'll get Katia onto you. Because it's as much the tone you use. Like if we're wishy-washy, they're not going to join us. You know, but if we're deliberate, then if they don't join, it really is on them. So, you know, I just love all this momentum that's building. And, you know, thank you so much, you know, for everybody here.
Thank you. All right, guys, good job. Good job. It's fun for everyone to like teach all this. I love it that you guys all are like way up to speed on all of the little intricacies. It's kind of cool.
I was just going to say that, Jojo. I think we need to continue to make sure that everybody knows this, because if you don't know it, you can't teach other people. And oh my gosh, what if somebody hits manager and you don't even know about the pools and they missed the opportunity and all of a sudden they've missed hundreds and hundreds of dollars because you didn't know how to help them with that, you know? So remember, it's not just your money, it's your team's money too. So it's really important that, you know, you keep learning. Nobody is expecting to know it overnight, but you know, when this is your business, you want to know it so that you can teach it and you can help your people make as much as possible.
Absolutely. Good stuff. Thank you, guys.
Where would I find a paper, like a drawing of all this? Is that available somewhere?
Yeah, there is. So if you go to isagenixbusiness.com, there is mine's not hanging up on my wall. I just took it down.
Is it the map to Crystal
There's
Executive?
actual, it's called it's the Crystal Executive Roadmap, or Roadmap to Crystal Executive.
Oh, I've got that here, yeah.
Okay, that shows every single step of that.
Okay, great.
So what it doesn't, I don't think it shows the pools, but it shows the levels of where the money falls in for each thing.
But under contests and promotions in your back office, you can find the information for every single thing.
Oh yeah, thank you.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
so if you want to see like any of the promotions, any of the bonuses, any of the stuff that's going on, it's all in contest and promotions in the back office.
Great, thanks so much.
You bet. And so if you guys want to be part of the Greens countdown, please let me, Katia, Crystal, Lisa know, or Sherry.
Yes.
Okay. Because we want to add you to the thread. So reach out and let one of us know so we can get you added. And have a lovely evening, everyone. Thank you so much for all of your input.
Thank
That
you
was
so
awesome.
much.
Thank you.
Good night.
See you next week. Same
Good
bat
night.
time, same bat channel.